YouTube friends, welcome to my channel, Living Life with Mama, and I'm Mama. In today's video, I'm going to go over my November 15th paycheck and to see what I budget for this month. So today we are budgeting November 15th paycheck. And it is my one out of two paychecks that I get every month. For this paycheck, I was a little bit short. I did get paid $922.08. Now, I kind of already did the math, and if my math is correct, after these bills, I should be left with $186.08. That is probably only going to be for food and gas. So I am not going to tithe this month, I'm not going to tithe for this paycheck. Hopefully when I get paid at the end of November, I will be able to tithe. Half of my rent is $475. I did pay for my life insurance, my car insurance. I did pay for my daughter's life insurance, my car insurance, my life insurance. So all those are at zeros. Okay. What's next is my cell phone bill. And that's the other thing. This paycheck pays the most bills. So it really does hurt barely getting over $900 on a paycheck, but it is what it is. My internet is $46.99. Spire bill is $35.87. My Evergy is $51.44. And then my renter's insurance is $20.70. I am going to add that up. So the grand total comes to $736. Even. Alright, so $922.08 minus $736, left with $186.08. So obviously, if you've been around for a while, having $186.08 left over after my bills is not going to leave me with much. I do not have any irregular bills to pay for this paycheck. Okay. For this one, we are no longer able to buy eggs from my friend, so we don't need any of that. I do need the $50 in gas with $186.08. That does leave me with $136.08. I'm going to do $130 here. That does put me at $180 for my total, leaving me with $6.08. Okay, because I'm only left with $6.08, I am going to do $5 here because I think I only have $11 in date night, and our happy hour is next Friday. And so I just wanted to make sure that I would at least have 15. That would get me some kind of drink, not an alcoholic drink, like Sprite or maybe a lemonade or whatever the case may be, and then an appetizer or something to eat. And then I'm going to go ahead and do $1.08. I'm going to transfer it right into my Capital One savings account. So that ends up being $6.08, which leaves me at $0. Obviously, I am completely out of money. My daughter has plenty on her school lunch. We do get reduced breakfast and lunches. She has stopped eating breakfast every morning there because she usually forgets, or she's tired of what they have because all she can have is just cereal for the morning time. And so the $20 will last us sometime. Not a whole lot, but definitely sometime. And I've also made it to where I am not buying school lunch at my school anymore. So on days that we have like easy meals to where we don't have anything left over, I'm trying to figure something out. Now, this past weekend, to be honest with you, I totally forgot to find something. And so I literally went to school, and we have what's called a share bin, and the kids can put certain foods in there that can be given to somebody else. I was lucky enough that I was able to get from the breakfast to have for lunch a breakfast sandwich, cheese stick, I believe, an orange juice, and a chocolate milk. And then I just put it in our refrigerator in our classroom, and I had that for lunch, and that actually saved me. And there's a couple of times that they'll put the peanut butter and jelly Crustables in there, and I'll grab that, and that kind of helps me kind of bulk up my lunches. But anyways, so the rest of these items I am not going to budget out because I don't have any cash. Now, just for the video, I guess, I'm going to write this out. I just have 3 things. So, I think also, I guess not just for the video, it will also help me to know exactly what I need money-wise, even though that I only have 3 items. I do not think I will be taking the full $50 into my tank. I do have a little under a half tank, but this weekend is actually a weekend that I will be doing a lot of driving. Our friends, I think I edited out, and then there was some things like little comments that I left in the video, and I was like, oh, well, that was kind of a mistake because I didn't explain. So I had a friend, her and her husband and her son was in a building fire. Like, they were not, but their home was. Their home did not get set on fire, but they had a lot of smoke damage in their part of the building. But the building was considered unlivable. Now, because of this fire, they were unprepared to be able to move somewhere. Where we live, our houses are pretty expensive. I have gotten blessed of being in a house in a pretty expensive area that the rent is pretty cheap. And they have not been able to find anywhere to rent, and they cannot buy a house. They just can't. And so it just it's made it really hard for them to be able to find a place to live. I don't know if it's her aunt or her husband's aunt. I'm not for sure which one. But one of their aunts has this property, and she also has like some type of business that is exploding, and she's needing help. And so she's offered my friend's husband to work within the company, and then also have offered them a place to live. Apparently, this has been an offer that has been given to them for the last year or so, and they just haven't taken it. And they feel that since they have no place to live, they can't find a place to live, that this is an opportunity that they should take. So anyways, I think I said something about that I was going to make treats for them and stuff like that. The husband loves lemon meringue pie, so I made him that. And then my friend and her son love ooey gooey butter cookies or something like that. I've never had them before, never made them, nothing. My daughter and I tried them, and we were just like, I don't know if this is the way it's supposed to cook. My daughter says they taste like uncooked cookies. But I think it's because of the cream cheese that's in it. I don't know. But I made a batch for each of them. And that was their, Christmas slash going away present. Anyway, so tomorrow they are going through the apartment to see what they can take with them. I will be helping them. And so I need to do driving to their home for that. And then I will be cleaning my friend's house tomorrow. So I will be getting a little bit of money in that. That will most likely go into Christmas since everything's taken care of. Depending on what or not depending, it will be going into Christmas to kind of help buff that up before December. And so that's more driving. And then also because my daughter is at her grandparents' house this weekend, I had to drive across town to drop her off. And then I have to go back over there on Sunday. And then on top of that, I have to do grocery shopping, go to the bank, all of that. So with that being said, oh my gosh, that was a huge rabbit hole. Sorry, guys. With that, I think that I will end up using that $50 or will end up needing the $50. But if not, that $50 will go into that $130 and kind of buff up that groceries. So for the $130, I am doing the 120s. I don't know why I'm doing that backwards. And then, one more 20 and then a 10. For the 50s, I'm going to go ahead and do just a $50 bill. And then date night will be $5. Alright, so obviously no 100s, 150. Why did I do that? Why do I keep doing stuff like that? $150 bill. 6 20s, which is 120. A 110, 1 5, and then 0 1s. Alright. And the total is 185. Let's see here. 150, 60, 70, 85. And 6, 7, 8, 9 bills total. Alright, so that does equal, sorry guys, that does equal to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and write this on here. When I pulled, now I did pull out a pretty good big amount, and the number of my bills was pretty close to the amount that I needed, so maybe that's what it was. But when I pulled my money out for my child support payment, I got asked, so do you want this amount or do you want this amount? And I've never been asked that before. And I was like, that amount, because that's the money side. But she's like, oh yeah, that's right. But I just never thought about that. I thought that having this was easier. I don't know. So maybe it's not. Okay. Woo. Alright. That is a pretty short video. That is my budget for November 15th paycheck. I really do hope that you liked that video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please subscribe down below. It is completely free for you. It helps me to be able to get videos out like this. You guys have a great week. Bye.